for sending beasts.
I too want to get to the forest.
The whole forest is a fake.
Forest is comprised of fraudulent trees.
For 75's explanation.
Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book.
Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli. This is pure science fiction. Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book.
This is pure science fiction. Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book. Let's look at your book.
Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book. Let's look at your book.
This is pure science fiction. Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book. Let's look at your book.
Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli. This is pure science fiction.
Let's look at your book.
Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book. Let's look at your book.
Mr. Borelli,
Let's look at your book.
Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli. Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book.
This is pure science fiction. Borelli.
Let's look at your book.
This is pure science fiction. Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book. Let's look at your book.
This is pure science fiction.
Let's look at your book.
Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book.
Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli. This is pure science fiction.
Let's look at your book. I too want to get to the forest.
The whole forest is a fake.
Forest is comprised of fraudulent trees.
Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book.
Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli. Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book.
Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book. Let's look at your book.
Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book. Let's look at your book. Let's look at your book.
Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book.
This is pure science fiction. This is pure science fiction. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book.
Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book. Let's look at your book.
This is pure science fiction.
Let's look at your book.
This is pure science fiction. Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli. This is pure science fiction. This is pure science fiction. Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli. This is pure science fiction. Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book. Let's look at your book.
Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your book. Let's look at your book. Let's look at your book.
Mr. Borelli, Mr. Borelli.
Let's look at your